What comes up for you first? Like an image, a place, a feeling? What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear that?
Home, right? Maybe you can separate one another. You know, that's our collective origin, right, from the movement. So for me, origin is a really word because my story began a long time before I was born. And so I think that word just opens up to so much.
I thought of original. I thought of that too. I thought of home, I thought of family, I thought of my ancestors, I thought of my lineage. But I also thought of what it means to be original. And I've been thinking about like beauty standards a lot and the fact that they're commodified. And, you know, if you're subscribing to Western standards of beauty or European standards of beauty, it looks a certain way. But beauty is something so unique and specific. And it's kind of like a lens through which you look at life. Like a poetic lens is a beautiful lens. And when I think of original, like us up here doing original work, we do original poems. That's what I think about. I think that's specificity. Yeah, the beauty of that.
Yeah, that's amazing. So, you know, I've seen both of you just evolve over time, which, like I said, has been one of the great blessings of my life. And how has your relationship with your origin changed over time, maybe?
These are so thought-provoking.
I don't want to waste your time.
Do you have a thought?
This is where you get to see Aman and I, we're best friends. We became friends through poetry, we run science together, and we got grouped to do a piece together that Aman and I didn't say that I couldn't figure it out. But
I also could have figured it out.
so you know when you asked the origin, I thought you were asking about like our friendship, like about how it's evolved, right? And that's how I first interpreted it. And I'm gonna go off a little bit, but I think this is such a community space, right? When Aman and I met each other, it was 2016. Well, we knew each other before then, but when we became sisters, it was 2016. And I had been in the poetry camp for a long time, but when I came into that community, it was very male heavy. And there weren't a lot of prominent women poets, right? There was some in the community, extended community, but not as young. And so there was a lot that I was pushing up against in the beginning, and then came to Sabatoni, who carried 60 Alicia Wise, and then we became at school, right? And Aman came in right when that was happening. And I was a girl with other dead dad poems. And then here was another girl with dead dad poems. And so then we have a lot of dark humor that like we encompass together. But I think in the beginning, our friendship was a lot about proving ourselves. And we felt we had big things to prove to our brothers and the community. And through championing each other and supporting everyone, when I had back to 10,000 followers, Aman was more hyped than I was.
I was like waiting. I was like refreshing her Instagram every other day.
But I bring that up in the text of origin because I think a lot of times we think that artists show up by themselves and we're these beings that don't owe anything to anybody. But we are all like, we have a beginning. And in that beginning, so many other people pour into us, right? And I, as an older person that came in ahead of time, I poured into Aman, but Aman in the same way pours back into me and it's a give and take. And so I've seen the evolution of our friendship go from big Louis's to like two homegirls that just like are really excited about doing things together. And yeah, so I went off on that tangent, but I just wanted to talk about how much I love this girl for a little bit.
My goodness, I love you so much. Can I tell how much I love you? Okay, let's do this. So I have been fairly underground for years now. Like I'm just now stepping back into being more visible online, being more visible in community spaces. I was doing the nonprofit industrial complex for a bit. And Yesika's been there with me through all of it, through a lot of shitty relationship stuff, hence the poem. Before that, she was front and center for all of the things. Like, I'm talking, I am fighting with my ex, and I put it on speaker, and Yesika's just in the car listening. like, this isn't it. This isn't it, and also you overextending yourself in all of the spaces isn't it. And in the last several months, I feel like I had the courage to apply to writing programs. I got into all the ones I applied to, which is great. Guess who was there with me literally until 12 p.m. so that I could get my application in because my laptop died and I couldn't connect to Wi-Fi, and I literally had 5 minutes to turn in my application before it closed. She lent me her laptop so I could get my app and not go to Movie Mom. Like, we love this. So thank you so much for championing me. Like, you love so genuinely, and I never have to question it. I think